Hello, amazing art friends. I'm back with you again. This time I have my camera on a different angle, and we are going to learn how to draw our version of Edvard Munch's The Scream. We just finished watching a short little video clip about Edvard Munch's The Scream. We talked about the colors that we could see in the picture. We talked about the man in the front screaming, and what can make you scream and what does make you scream. I want you to think about those things because when you are creating your art piece today, you are going to be changing up the scream and adding something that makes you scream. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the scream man in the front of the picture. Now, if you want to, you can draw a picture of yourself screaming. You can draw a picture of yourself in perhaps a costume. Maybe take a picture of yourself, print it out, cut out yourself from that picture and glue it onto this page. There are a lot of different options that you could do with your art. I, however, am going to begin with the Scream Man. I always think of Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone when he puts the aftershave on his face and he's screaming in the mirror. We could also think of a movie called The Scream from popular culture. But I'm going to go ahead and start right down here in the bottom right-hand corner. And the man's head in the scream is rounded on top, and it is elongated at the bottom where his mouth is at. So I'm going to start with a round top of a head, not closing it, but I'm going to bring the jaw down. It almost makes the man look otherworldly, as if he could be an alien, perhaps. I'm going to make the hands clasping over his ears on the side of his head. It's just a curved line. It comes down. Bring another straight line down right there for his wrist. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on the left side. Here he has two long hands clasping the side of his head, closing his ears. With a nice open mouth scream. And two teeny tiny nostrils. If you were to examine the scream up close, you would see some very faint details for the eyes and the nose on the man's face. There you go. He looks a little freaked out right there. Okay, I'm going to make the neckline of the shirt that he is wearing. And now I'm going to start making the arms of this person. So I'm going to start over here on the left side, close the bottom of the wrist, bring this line down. I'm going to hook this all the way up and back over as a curve for the shoulder. I'm going to finish off my left side with a curve line. Lots of emotion can be shown through line, the direction of the line, the movement of the line, and even through color. Close this arm here. Now this arm is actually going to be a completed shape, a closed shape, and I'm going to make it more of an oval shape here. If you look at the picture, the arms kind of are close together, so his body seems narrower. He is closing in on himself. All right, now I'm going to add those very striking diagonal lines that run from left to right and down across my paper. These lines give the image a direction of movement, or where the man could be going to or coming from. Each of these double sets of line I'm making are representing one railing on a walkway. There, whoop, that got a little wobbly and close. That's all right. See if I can do this one. There we go. Now I can come back in and color those spaces in. So my two lines are now colored in, making one wide line. You can see the empty spaces in between. There we go. Now, I mentioned before for you to think about what makes you scream. And what makes me scream are spiders. And if you ask my family, they very much make me scream. I see a spider and I just kind of freeze up a little bit. So I'm going to start adding some spiders into my picture. Give him some little legs here. Oh, I see him sticking up. Oh, he's jumping off that rail. I'm going to add, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add a spider web over here from this top right-hand corner. Maybe what makes you scream is broccoli. I know some kiddos don't like broccoli. I'm not for sure why. They just look like miniature trees. They taste very good with a little bit of ranch dressing. All right, so I have a spider web there, and I'm going to add a nice creepy spider on this web here. All right. So I've got my spider going there, and you know, I think I'm going to need another spider dangling from over here on the side. Now, you can see that I'm adding these spiders into my picture, but I haven't really added anything else to my image yet. I will, however, be coming back through and adding parts of the picture from the screen to make it look like there are the waterways or the fjords of Norway. You can add different backgrounds depending on what you want it to look like. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this little guy's legs up. He's kind of starting to creep me out, drawing spiders, something I really don't care for. And his leg on this one is looking a little wacky. I'll show you my next one that I've already finished to give you an idea of what you can do. Oh, yep, that leg is bent. Maybe this is a spider that I've already tried to attack. All right. I get all my spiders and everything added in, and then I can start coming back through and thinking about what did this picture look like. And there was the separation of the sky and the waterway that had the reflection of the yellows and the oranges and the reds. Go. Add some lines in, and I can go back through and I can start adding some color, thinking about the lines that I would use to fill in my colored areas with. I don't necessarily always have to color back and forth. I can use my coloring tools to fill in lines. The more lines I add closer together, the darker it's going to look, and the more filled in it will appear as well. All right, so you're kind of getting the idea there. This is my finished artwork with my spider and a giant tarantula chasing me on this walkway. Have fun, friends, with the Scream. I cannot wait to see what you post for us.